So my name is Anna Keogh, or Anna Banana, as I'm sometimes known as. And I'm here to talk to you about some of the things that I found are missing from the sex education that you get in schools. So I completed my master's in sexuality studies last year. And the focus of my research was on the workbooks that your teachers use in the classrooms. So although these workbooks are actually really good, there's just a few kind of things that they leave out. So one of the things that I think is really important, and that studies have shown are really important, is teenage sexual activity. At that point, like at my age as well, and the same as it is now, like nobody spoke about sexual activity. So we just literally didn't have a clue. You got yourself into a situation, it was all fumbly and embarrassing. You didn't want to seem uncool by asking the person, was it any good or what did they like? And so you just kind of went on with it. So to try and make things a little bit easier for you guys, my aim is to kind of open up the conversation around sexual activity, to let you know that there's no shame whatsoever in expressing or discovering your sexuality, and it'll be easier the more open communication that we have. The legal age of consent in this country is 17. So that's also the average age that young people begin having sex. But there's loads of other activities that you can get up to that actually have less risk of pregnancy and less risk of sexually transmitted infections, okay? So what happens in the books in the school is basically that two people get married, usually two straight people, and then they have sex, and then they have all the babies, okay? So that's grand, like if that's what you want to do, that's grand, right? But usually getting married is probably pretty far from your mind when you're in secondary school. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to be sexually attracted to someone, okay? Now, there's a lot of people that won't feel any sexual attraction towards anyone ever, and that's completely fine as well, okay? But today, I'm going to talk about if you do feel sexually attracted to someone. Having fun can mean loads of different things to loads of different people, okay? So it can be going for a run, you can go dancing together, or go to a concert. But as I said, today I'm here to talk about the type of fun that you have when you're attracted to someone sexually, okay? So usually this type of fun will start off with a little bit of kissing, and you're holding hands and you're walking around, and it's a bit of crack, and you're talking to your friends about it, and it's all a bit of a laugh, all right? And you're nervous, and it's grand. But you might decide that you actually like it and that you want to do a little bit more, okay? So this can then lead on to a bit of grinding, or dry humping, as I like to call it. So with this activity, your clothes stay on. So this is a completely safe activity. Nobody's going to get pregnant, and nobody's going to get a sexually transmitted infection, okay? But this one can get a little bit hot and heavy, okay? So because people get to be more turned on, as they're more comfortable, it might lead on to people taking some of their clothes off, okay? And then what can happen then is masturbation. Now, masturbation is a perfectly normal activity that you can do on your own or with other people, okay? So you can do it on your own maybe before you go to sleep at night, or you might want someone else to do it for you, okay? And even though we don't talk about it as much, people with vaginas can masturbate too, okay? And again, it's completely normal. You might want to do it on your own, or you might want someone else to do it for you. Things might get a little bit more intimate, and if you're more comfortable, you might decide that you're happy to perform or receive oral sex. So yeah, so oral sex can be performed on people with vaginas and people with penises, okay? So with all of those activities, unless the sperm manages to swim up the vagina, there is little to no chance of pregnancy, okay? But with oral sex, there is a chance of sexually transmitted infections, and that includes HIV, okay? So you need to protect yourself. So that's with condoms, female condoms, or dental dams, okay? And all of this protection is available in your local pharmacy. You can get them for free in some sexual health clinics, And you can also order them online. But the main thing to remember with all of this sexual activity, okay, and this is my main message here, is that not everybody is going to like the same things as you do, okay? So we all like different things. Just the same way that a Samsung and an iPhone are completely different. Their settings are different, their chargers are different, the layouts, the apps. We are not all compatible with each other, okay? So it's important that we speak to each other about what we like and don't like, because what might be really, really hot to you could be like absolutely awful for another person, okay? So communication is key. So even though all of these things are going to make you laugh and you're going to be embarrassed and it's going to be really cringy and embarrassing, and it's not going to be anything like what you see in a film, and it's almost definitely not going to be anything like what you see in porn. It should still always make you feel good, okay? So if it doesn't feel good, and your gut instinct is telling you that it's not right, then stop and wait for a time when you feel a bit more ready, okay? Because as I said, it's all about feeling good, it's about pleasure, and it's about having the crack. And exploring and discovering your sexuality is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. It should be a bit of fun, and it should be an enjoyable experience for everybody involved, okay? So let's speak to each other. Let's respect each other and have fun and be safe, okay? And that way we can make sex education a bit more than bananas. Thanks very much.